Deskercise. The idea with Deskercise is sometimes people are literally chained to their desk. Okay? People sit way too much, and this causes big problems. Okay? The body was not meant to sit for long periods of time. In the past, people had jobs that were very physical. Okay? Essentially, everybody used to be a farmer. Okay? And everything you did was physical labor. Okay? Nowadays, though, a lot of jobs involve sitting, whether you're sitting at a desk or sitting in a car, truck driver, stuff like that. All those things involve sitting, and that is a lot more sedentary. And there's the diagram, being chained to your desk. Has anyone ever felt chained to their desk before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's actually the bad side of chiropractic. The fun side of chiropractic is adjusting people all day long, but it's the computer work and the paperwork that's the bad part of my job.
You spoke too soon.
I did.
Up and down our hours. That's awesome.
Maybe the power button.
Uh-oh. That would be, actually, that might be a height. There.
Good call. All right. Okay, so that's like the funniest diagram I think I've ever seen. People are not made to sit. Okay, if we were supposed to sit 8 hours every day, we would have been born with 4 legs. Well, we only have 2 legs. We're meant to stand. We're meant to walk. We're meant to move. Here's some questions. These should be pretty straightforward. Is it better to sit or to stand? Better to stand. Is it better to be still or to move?
Move.
To move. Do I need physical activity every day?
Yes.
Yes? And then how many hours do I sit per day?
Too
Too many? Okay. What is too many?
12, 10.
That's a lot, yeah.
4.
7, 4, yeah. More than 4 is too much. The average worker sits 9.6 hours per day. So that includes work, that includes your commute, that includes sitting on the couch at night, all those things. Okay? 9.6 hours, that's a long time. So what we have to do tonight is figure out if there are any workstation stressors that are affecting you guys. Okay? If we can remove those stressors, that would be great. Otherwise, we just have to modify and adapt to the environment. Some things we just can't change. Okay? If you have a desk job, you're probably going to have a desk job tomorrow, the same as you did today. So let's start talking about that desk. Your desk should be large enough to accommodate all of your things. Does anyone have a desk that is too small? And what I mean by that is your computer is in front of you, but your phone is over here, and your printer is way over there, and you have to twist and turn and bend to get to all your different things. Okay? That may apply to some people. Try to have a work area as big as what you need, so you don't have to be bending and reaching and all those types of things. Okay, your desk should be just a few inches above your thigh. Okay? If you are tall, like it says, try to raise the desk. I know that's not always possible, especially for like a cubicle or something like that. So you may have to play around with the chair. The footrest right here, that's a great idea. Okay, for people who are short, or for the if the desk is too tall. Once again, use a footrest. Okay, that could really help. Keyboard. Best thing here is to keep your forearms parallel to the floor. Okay. If your computer is too high, you're going to be doing one of these things, your keyboard. And if it's too low, you're going to probably have to slouch down like that. So if you see what that does to my spine when you're slouching, or when you're up like this, your shoulders get all hunched, that's going to be a big problem too. Oh, the armrests on your chair. Do you guys have armrests on your chair?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do they help or do they hurt? Get in the way?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they work, right?
Right.
But sometimes they're a hindrance, so
Yeah.
get rid of them if you can. Get a different chair if you have to. And then the last thing we're talking about are your wrists. When you're typing, you want your wrists slightly extended, like that. Okay? This would be flexion, this would be extension, so you want your wrists extended like that. So there's a lot of things that you have to play around with just for the keyboard, okay? The next one, though, is the mouse, okay? And you want your mouse, like it says, as close to the keyboard as possible. If your mouse is way over here, you're reaching, okay? That's stressing out your arm, your shoulder, and your neck. And if you don't think it is, see how long you can hold your arm like this. No big deal to hold it there for a few minutes, right? But what about a few hours? Okay? So that's what's happening to your body all day long if you're holding your arm way out here. So bring that mouse in close to the keyboard as possible, in the same level. I've seen this in some people's offices. They have the keyboard on one level, and then they have the mouse down low, or vice versa. Okay? That's not good either. Make sure you change that. You want everything on the same level. Those trays that are under the desk,
Yeah, what about those?
that would be fine as long as you're keeping, your forearms, keeping that in mind. If it's too low, you're going to be down like that. That would be bad. But if that tray comes out with the keyboard and the mouse all at the same level, and you can keep your forearm parallel to the floor, that would be fine. That would be fine. Monitor. Okay, eye level should be 2 to 3 inches below the top of the monitor. So think about your computer. Are you looking at pretty much the top couple inches of your monitor? I bet most people aren't, especially if you work on a laptop. Okay? Laptops are ergonomically bad news. Okay? They are. The best solution I have if you work on a laptop is try to have a separate monitor. That way you can get your eyes back up to be more parallel to the ground. The problem with a laptop is your head turns down like this. Okay? Most people who work on a laptop have problems with the top of their neck. Tension, headaches, stiffness, pain, stuff like that. The other alternative would be to raise your laptop and then have a separate keyboard. That would be the other alternative. But basically, the straight laptop like we have here is going to be bad news ergonomically. Should be big enough to see without having to squint. Yep. And should be directly in front of you. This is a classic problem. Your monitor is here, or actually your keyboard is here and your monitor is here, and then what you're typing from is over here. Well, you're doing this all day. That's not going to work either. Right here on this picture, do you see how she has her notes attached to the side of the monitor? Have you guys seen that before?
Yeah.
These different little adapters you can put on your monitor. That's a great idea, because then all you have to do is really move your eyes.
Because you're keeping your notes eye level?
Yeah.
So having those ones that are on the desk are not even...
It's better than having your notes way over here.
Right.
But even here, you're looking down. Okay? So it's best to have it right up here, right next to the monitor, just like she's got right there. That would be the best idea. Questions on that? How many of you guys work on laptops? Only one?
Well, I do, but I don't work. I play.
You play, okay. How many of you spend time using a laptop? Yeah. We have a laptop at home. We like to take it to different rooms when we're doing different things, but we also have a separate monitor and keyboard. So when I'm sitting at my desk, I plug in my laptop and it sits over here, and I have a regular monitor and a regular keyboard. So ergonomically, I still have everything correct, and then I still have the portability of the laptop if I want to go somewhere else in the house. Chair. This is another big problem area. How many of you are happy with your office chair or your desk chair? About half of you? Okay. If you're not happy with your chair, try to get a different one. There's 4 main things that you want to keep in mind. You want the backrest and the height to be adjustable. Okay? The height for sure, because remember what we talked about? You have to keep your forearms parallel to the ground. So if it's too short, you're going to be like this. If it's too tall, you're going to be like this. The backrest is going to provide support for your lower back. Okay? If you're sitting 8 hours a day, that's a lot of pressure on your lower back. You want to have good support on your lower back. The ability to swivel. Sometimes this gets overlooked, I think, by people, especially if you have a lot of accessories in your office. You have the fax machine.